I hope you're all having a lovely day. I'm just popping on to show you a few products which I've been using and loving at the minute. So I have combination skin type, which is also aging as well. Some of you might be able to relate to this, so I'm going to show you my own personal skincare routine, which I do a couple of times a day, morning, evening. So if I decide to have a wash in the morning, sometimes I'll just go in and have a wash with just water. Now, I can't stress the importance of just using water to have a wash sometimes, especially in the morning. You know, you've had a good cleanse the evening before. You don't really need to be using much the day after. But if you do want to, sometimes, you know, you need an exfoliate. Sometimes you need to put the nourishment back into your skin after a sleep. Then I'll use the breakfast smoothie. It's a very gentle scrub cleanser, but if you want to leave it on also, it is a brilliant mask, and you can see the mask soaking up into your skin. Sometimes I'll put it on and I'll think, oh God, my skin was so dehydrated, and after using it, it just sort of replenishes all the nourishment and oils back into your skin. So that is brilliant if you want a good wash and cleanse in the morning, or a mask on the evening. Pretty much all in one product. So brill, love that. I'd say that's one of my favourites. Sometimes I'll just go in, when I do just have a wash with water, I'll use cold water only, which will be anti-aging for your skin. It tightens all your pores and your skin's clean. You've cleansed it the evening before, and you don't want to use too many products on your skin because you don't need to. All these people are selling hundreds of skincare products, and no, sometimes you just have a wash with water, that's fine. So if I do wash with water, I will have a cleanse with my eclat. This is a combination cleanser. I'll use it on a cotton pad and just do this. Brilliant product, very nourishing, and doesn't leave my skin shiny afterwards. I was using a different brand. I do have that one next to me, which I'll sometimes use, but I find during the daytime my oils around here just soak through my makeup. This one sort of stabilises my skin for a while. So yeah, I love that. Dual Act wet and dry cleansing lotion. I don't use it wet, I never have. I've always used it on a cotton pad and used this one in the shower. So, but you do whatever you want to do. So toners, for instance, I'll usually put a toner on a cotton pad, wipe over. Usually if you've got a little bit of dirt from the evening before, it comes off with that. So yeah, I'll always use a good eye cream. Love Windows of the Soul. It's definitely much thicker than it used to be, more hydrating than it used to be. So I'm enjoying this one, yeah. I love that. Just pop that on evening, just in the evening, or morning and evening like I do. So sometimes I'll use a serum. Now, I don't always use the Temple Spa serum. Sometimes I'll use my eclat skin serum with a derma roller in an evening, and sometimes I'll use my Be Strong serum, and both are brilliant. So moisturiser. So I thought Moisture to Go is the best primer for your makeup. So you pop it on and it's so smooth. It's lovely and smooth. and then you pop your makeup on over, and it does keep your makeup on for a long time. Oh, it just looks nice on its own, to be honest. You don't look shiny in some places and dry in others. It's just a lovely product to use. Yeah, I love that. It just balances all, evens your skin tone out pretty much, which can't go wrong with that. Now, skin truffle. I never used to be a fan of this when I was like 22, 23. Too heavy for my skin. I used to end up looking like a grease ball. But now I find it really nourishing to use. It's got a little bit of sort of gold flecks in it. I can only use the tiniest amount of it, but when I do use it, it's really lovely. I just have to put a little bit of powder over my nose and my chin, but it's just beautiful product. I'm actually really shocked how much I recently have started to love this. So yeah, and it also reduces your fine lines and wrinkles, firms, hydrates, and replenishes your moisture. So not only does it look more of a BB cream, for instance, it also nourishes your skin. Perfect product to me. I do also have BB cream on over the top of this, but still, it's divine to use. So yeah, that's generally what I'll use. So the skincare routine will be pretty much cleanse, tone, moisturise, eye cream twice a day. Once a week I will use my purification, because if you've got combination oily skin, you'll realise your pores just get so big. So hence using the cold water instead of warm water, just to tighten your pores, and putting the nourishment back in with some good products. Also, this has kaolin in it, which draws out all your impurities. I usually use a T-zone charcoal mask over my nose, which pulls out the blackheads on your nose and on your chin. Sometimes I'll use the chin ones as well. So both is a good combination to do, because this sort of draws out. I'm sorry, my toddlers. This will draw out the majority of the dirt, but I think using a T-zone strip also gets the rest out. And then just use your cold water. Finish up, if you're doing it on an evening, just finish up with a good toner to even your skin tone and a good night cream. Oh, you're putting my washing away, thanks. So a good night cream. I use Repose at the minute. It just helps me sleep a lot better, and it's quite nourishing as well on my skin, and makes me drift off to sleep. So yeah, that's just an update of my skincare routine. This is also a resurfacing toner. Now, I've used this on a client 3 weeks ago and 2 weeks ago, and I can't believe how amazing it is. It's brilliant if you've got dry, dull, dehydrated skin. This is phenomenal. The results afterwards, oh my gosh, I was actually shocked. I used in the beginning, which is a exfoliating dry skin cleanser, and then we used the Glowcolic resurfacing toner and finish off with the night cream. But oh, the results of brightness, I wish I had some pictures to show you, but yeah, it's really nice. I've personally used it on my own skin. It's okay, but I broke out a little bit just because my skin is a little bit oily. So I just prefer to use a breakfast smoothie in the morning with my skin type, and the no alcohol mist toner is just much better for my skin. Anyway, I've got to go. I have a call what I need to answer. So anyway, Let me just whip it off. Yeah. Woo! Anyway, see you soon. Bye.